The mighty Leeds United beat Cardiff City 5-2 in their FA Cup replay, but it's all about my boy Wilfried Gnonto, the pride of Baveno on the shores of Lake Maggiore. He scored 2 goals, and one of them was positively Di Canio-esque.
Beautiful, wasn't it? It's not as good as Di Canio's. It's not as sexy.
The bar kind of high there.
Yeah, well, I mean, it isn't the question, but Di Canio's was far more sexier. The ball from Trevor Sinclair, the driven sort of 4-iron, if you want to use a golf analogy. Then the Di Canio beautiful finish. It was pretty impressive, though. It was a hell of a strike, wasn't it?
How hard is it to do that when you're like off the did you attempt that kind of stuff in training?
Yeah. So the technique's not hard. Like the scissor kick in the air is not hard. It's the precision and the accuracy that you provide with the finish.
The thing is also the ball's coming behind you too.
So I could throw a ball into your path and you can try the finish and you'd be able to execute the volley in terms of you'd strike it quite well, but then stick it in one of the corners, in the top corners, and you score. It's like 1 in a million. That's why they're so special. According to reports, Gab, there have been no bids for Liverpool at their desired $3 billion valuation. So FSG may look to sell a minority stake instead. You surprised?
I think we're in a different era money-wise. I wrote a column about this, right? We think of the Premier League as like this massive money machine, right? And they are far ahead, right?
Yeah.
But if you exclude player trading, the Premier League lost money in 8 of the last 10 years, just in terms of operating income, right? They made an operating loss. Now, not every club, but as a whole, we've moved past the era now until maybe 6 months, a year ago, before the stock market started tanking and the sort of being on the verge of a recession. We've seen interest rates go up. We've seen inflation, which means all these private equity people who are sitting on piles of money, they're not doing that anymore. So it could be a move to, it could be FSG who put this out because they want to solicit more bidders forward or whatever. Personally, I would not be interested in buying a minority stake in Liverpool. If I'm going to spend this kind of money, I want to run the club. Of
course.
So could we see something like maybe somebody buys a stake with an option to then buy the rest? Would FSG be interested in it? I don't know. The one thing you hope for, and I think this will happen, but you don't want to have a situation where FSG say, all right, let's just wait for better times. Let's just stick along, but let's not take more losses. Let's just try to run a break even, or let's try to make the club's books look better.
Yeah.
Maybe bring it to profitability, not strengthen the team.
Feels a bit messy though, doesn't it? If you've got an owner and a part owner or a minority or a majority, it just seems like just buy it. Just buy the whole thing.
Yeah, just buy it. Just reach in your pocket, pull out $3 billion.
No, but that always makes me laugh when people say that, because if you've got $3 billion, you've probably got $50 billion. It's not like you've got $3 billion and then you go, there's every single penny I've got. You've got $1 billion or $2 somewhere.
There's some people who just have $3 billion, and so they need to get together with their mates who also only have $3 billion, and they all chip in $500 million and buy the club. That's how expensive these clubs are these days.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.